Freddy Fazbear joins the race in the 2024 US elections, an ugly yellow horse takes cinema by storm, and fans say goodbye to a pop music icon. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the information that you missed this week, this is Missed Information. Freddy Fazbear has been announced as Kamala Harris's vice presidential pick in the 2024 US elections. When asked about her choice, the Democratic presidential nominee said, quote, "In the wake of Five Nights at Freddy's 10th anniversary, I could think of no better bear to be my running mate. As a nation, we will remain strong. We are FNAF." When asked about his stance on several important issues facing the nation, Freddy Fazbear said, quote, "Har, har, 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 har." This comes just days after Republican presidential nominee Donald J. Trump, who is known to prefer Poppy's playtime over FNAF, said in a debate that millions of smiling critters are taking bear jobs everywhere. To which Freddy Fazbear, who is currently competing in the 2024 Paris Olympics, replied with a tweet, "I love my bear job." It should be noted that Trump has been publicly vocal against Freddy Fazbear after the animatronic was used to digitally replace the former president in a special edition of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. U.S. President Joe Biden, when asked about his thoughts on Harris's decision, expressed his excitement, saying, "I couldn't be more thrilled. The FNAF series has brought joy to millions of Americans everywhere and has made me pee my pants more than usual." In related news, it's also been reported that before choosing J.D. Vance as his running mate, Trump considered choosing that one little dude from Roblox with the smug face. The Fazbear News reportedly has him reconsidering his decision. Harold and the Purple Crayon is now the highest-grossing film in cinema history. After a historic $8 billion opening day, the Zachary Levi starring film has audiences worldwide applauding for Harold and his little purple crayon. Crowds have been reportedly enthusiastic about the film, particularly during a scene where Harold says his iconic line, "It's purplin' time." When asked about the film's cultural impact, actor Zachary Levi, who portrays the book-accurate Harold, had this to say, "I was also in Shazam." In a post on the Sexy Beautiful Purple Crayon subreddit, filmmaker and cinephile Martin Scorsese celebrated the motion picture. "All of my films are absolute monkey shit compared to Harold and the Purple Crayon. I will never make another film again. Cinema peaks here." Scorsese, however, mentioned that the only project he would return to the screen for would be the sequel to Shark Tale, reportedly titled Too Shark, Too Tale, reprising his role as Sykes, the shady mob-affiliated pufferfish who owns a car wash for whales. Harold and the Purple Crayon is projected to gross $952 billion in its second weekend, with video game film, in quotes, adaptation, also in quotes, Borderlands, estimated to come in at number 678, just below the 12th anniversary re-release of the Oogie Loves and the Big Balloon Adventure. It's being reported that Borderlands distributor Lionsgate is even considering paying audiences to go see the movie, because, as they state, that would still be less of a financial loss somehow. FreakPay CEO Freak Bob was arrested for being too freaky at a Chick-fil-A in San Bernardino, California. This comes in the midst of the financial mogul's lawsuit with financial competitor, the Mouse from MousePay. In a recent court hearing, when asked about the state of FreakPay, Freak Bob said, quote, "I have nothing." In related news, Geek Bob, cousin of Freak Bob, was celebrated as a Disney legend at the 2024 D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, said this when asked why Geek Bob is being celebrated despite him not being part of the Disney canon. "Geek Bob is just that skibbity." Fellow financial icon DeQuavius Pork also weighed in on the situation. Freak Bob's bail was denied when it was reported that his brother Spicy Bob attempted to pay the bail with FreakPay. When asked about the Freak Bob situation, Geek Bob shared an account of a troubling phone call he had with his cousin the night prior to his arrest. He said, "Hey man, it's Freak Bob. Thanks for answering. People usually don't answer. It's taking a toll on me. That's why." Then the call was dropped. "Man, I really need to switch from T-Mobile to Verizon." Chappell Roan's world tour is reportedly being canceled, with the American singer-songwriter being replaced for the remainder of the tour by Nim Galoo, the talking yellow glowworm from the 2013 Blue Sky animated film, Epic. When asked why she was dropping out of the tour, Roan replied, "Nim Galoo is my biggest musical inspiration, and to not allow him to take over my tour would not be HOTTOGO. Nim Galoo will be joined on stage by 90s sitcom star Earl Sinclair and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Many remember Nim Galoo as the keeper of the magic scrolls in the Tree of Knowledge, while others remember him more for his brief marriage to Khloe Kardashian. Fans and fellow artists have been enthusiastic about the news, with Elton John posting a photo of himself with Roan on his Instagram with the caption, "Congratulations to @Chappell Roan for stepping down and giving the stage to a true superstar. The meteoric rise of a slug prince." A collaboration with Charlie XCX entitled Brat Slugger is rumored to be released in the coming days. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the information that you missed this week, this is Missed Information. Alvin the Chipmunk was found dead in his Las Vegas apartment early Tuesday morning. Ian Hawke, former manager for the Chipmunks, had this to say, "I never lose. But today, the music world loses. I still never lose, though." The passing of the former Child Chipmunk star has taken a toll on fans, aka Chippies, worldwide, with many hosting their own memorial services in honor of the fallen monk. When asked how fans can process their grief, longtime Chipmunk family physician the Witch Doctor gave them this advice. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla walla bing bang. Alvin's cause of death has not been identified, but TMZ reports that suspicion of cheeseball overdose is in play. In recent years, the iconic monk star stirred controversy with his statements against rabies vaccines and being called out on allegations during his rap beef with Chip and Dale. A distraught Dave Seville, lead songwriter and father figure of the Chipmunks, released a comment today stating, "Alvin is fucking dead." Alvin's brothers Simon and Theodore have yet to release a statement. The brothers famously feuded over ownership of the family's company Monk Star Squeak Co. in 2018 and have never publicly made amends. The ugly yellow horse from the upcoming film We Live in Time, starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, is getting early Oscar buzz. The horse, who's gone viral this week, is being celebrated after years of being a working stallion in the entertainment industry. Other notable roles the ugly yellow horse has taken over the years include that of Jack Horsens in The Shining, a xenohorse in James Cameron's Aliens, reprising its role this weekend in Alien Romulus, the beheaded horse in The Godfather, and the ugly yellow horse recently broke box office records in this summer's Deadpool and Horse. When asked about his recent surge in popularity, the ugly yellow horse responded, "I can't talk. I am a fake f***ing horse." Garfield and Pugh are reportedly devastated that the focus on their performances have been shifted away due to the growing stardom of the ugly yellow horse. Garfield, in an interview with DisneyChannel.com, said, quote, "Most people don't know I am actually British." Pugh also weighed in on the situation, stating, "I am British too." The ugly yellow horse is currently a contender for the 2025 Oscar season, with many considering him a frontrunner for both the Best Actor and Best Actress categories somehow. Nim Galoo surprised Olivia Rodrigo fans by joining her on stage during her Guts tour. The talking yellow glowworm from the 2013 Blue Sky animated film Epic performed Chappell Roan's hit song Hot to Go along with Rodrigo in front of a sold-out crowd in Los Angeles, leaving audience members in attendance. #Delulu for Galulu. Immediately following the performance, Rodrigo announced that Nim Galoo would be replacing her in an upcoming reboot of High School Musical: The Musical: The Series, currently titled High School Musical: The Musical: The Nim Galoozical, The Series, The Movie, The Musical, Romulus. This comes just a week after it was reported that Galoo would be taking over for Chappell Roan throughout the remainder of her Midwest Princess tour. When asked about his sudden rise in popularity in an interview with the Buca de Beppo newsletter, Galoo replied, "The rings of knowledge." That's literally all he said. It's also being reported that Disney California Adventure is considering having a Nim Galoo meet and greet experience at its Avengers campus beginning this fall. Upon the speculation of these rumors, Disney adults began lining up at every Disney park around the world, awaiting the drop of any potential Nim merch. Disney Parks chairperson Josh D'Amaro said this when asked about the rumors. "Who the fuck is Nim Galoo? Is that like a Star Wars character or something? We can add him to Star Wars land if he is. But like honestly, dude, I literally have no idea who you're talking about." This statement has left fans disheartened and sick from dysentery, especially considering that the 2013 Blue Sky animated film Epic is officially a Disney property after the company's acquisition of 20th Century Fox. There are currently no plans for Nim Galoo to be included in Kingdom Hearts 4, nor have there been any announcement of Nim Galoo being named an official Disney princess. Nim heads everywhere are confused, wondering why Disney can make this happen, but not this. Paw Patrol protests are calling for the organization to be defunded after Chase the police dog is accused of biting an unarmed civilian. The alleged victim, Mayor Humdinger, claimed that Chase used excessive puppy power during the infamous political figure's attempt to destroy Adventure Bay by turning himself into a human kaiju. It's not fair. Drat it all. Paw Patrol f***ing sucks and can suck my f***ing d***, said Humdinger in an interview with NickJr.com. Details have not been released as Chase reportedly had his potty cam turned off during the alleged assault, with many members of the Adventure Bay area hitting the streets to protest acts of police brutality. Fellow Paw Patrol member Rubble declined to comment, with his representative stating that Rubble is on the double, a double homicide case in downtown Adventure City. Early this morning, right between reruns of Blaze and Bubble Guppies, Paw Patrol team leader Ryder issued a statement defending Chase. We are currently looking into the matter, but I can assure you that Chase is a good boy. Who's a good boy? He is. He's a good boy. Chase is no longer on the case, as he is currently suspended with belly rubs, a move that has Adventure Bay citizens calling for the Paw Patrol to be defunded. That, and the fact that their city's only line of defense is a 10-year-old boy and a bunch of puppies with government jobs. Fellow Paw Patrol members Sky, Zuma, Rocky, Marshall, and the newest member of the Paw Patrol, Liberty, have not released any statements, likely due to the fact that they're fucking dogs. The Chase controversy is already making waves amongst millennial parents who are dependent on clips from Paw Patrol on YouTube Kids as their primary source of childcare, forcing them to forge meaningful connections and cherish memories with their own children. The dolphins from the viral Zara Larsson TikTok trend are currently on psychiatric hold. This comes just days after fishy posts from the dolphins swam their way online, set to the song Symphony by Swedish singer-songwriter Zara Larsson. Threatening and self-loathing messages detailing erratic behavior and sordid thoughts from the dolphins have flooded TikTok. And as with many other cases of serious mental health concerns, including their own, America has chosen to just laugh and brush it off as merely a meme. The dolphins admitted themselves to a local aquatic therapy facility in Miami, Florida, after a tape of a threatening phone call to a Miami resident who will remain anonymous found its way online. Be warned that what you are about to hear is very disturbing. As a tribute to the dolphins and their mental health journey, Zara Larsson paid homage by having their images splash on screens during a recent live performance of her song Symphony. In a recent TikTok, Larsson discussed the dolphins and their impact on her career. The fact that that video has over 5 million likes is fucking crazy to me. My biggest digital footprint is gonna be a picture of a dolphin for everything that I worked for. And unlike any other news story that I've reported on so far, this is an actual quote. Biggie Cheese has risen from the dead. The Grammy Award-winning SoundCloud artist was fatally shot back in January 2017, but multiple recent reports of Biggie Cheese sightings have confirmed the resurrection of the rappin' rat. Cheese came from humble beginnings, starting his career in local barnyard shows before leveling up in his stardom to make hit records with the likes of Taylor Swift, the Doodle Bops, and Lil Uzi Vert. In honor of his return to planet Earth, it's being reported that he will be given his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Barnyard film star Ben the Cow tweeted in support, "No, I won't back that ass down when Biggie Cheese is fucking it up in the club." The induction ceremony will include a performance by Biggie Cheese himself, as well as statements from other members of the Cheese family, including Chucky, String, and Dick. When asked what this recognition means to him, Biggie Cheese said, quote, "She call me Mr. Boombastic, say me fantastic. She touch me on my back, she call me Mr. Rowe." He then proceeded to fart and shit his pants before finishing his statement. YouTube sensation Mr. Beast has reportedly hired that lawyer guy from the Bee Movie to oversee crisis control in the wake of allegations of workplace misconduct within his company. Mr. Beast himself has remained relatively silent about the situation, but a statement from the lawyer guy from Bee Movie made its way online. "I signed up to represent Mr. Beast because I thought his name was Mr. Bees. I was in the Bee Movie and figured that would make the most sense for my career." This news comes just days after a new flavor of Mr. Beast's Feastable chocolate bars was announced. "Please, for the love of God, keep watching my content crunch" is expected to hit Walmart shelves in September, so long as unpaid civilians are able to stock the shelves. A leaked email from Mr. Beast to his employees also promised better workplace conditions, including the hiring of a top human resources firm led by Toby Flenderson of Dunder Mifflin Scranton. The company is also offering a safe space for employees to bring up workplace concerns, so long as they can survive 100 days in a nuclear bunker without going back to their hotel rooms. The lawyer guy from Bee Movie released an additional statement regarding accusations of the Mr. Beast YouTube channel deleting negative comments on recent videos. "Everyone leaving a comment, even if it's negative, is giving us a view by clicking on the video," And as you all know, our company runs on views. Everyone knows the best way to protest a creator you don't support is to simply not click on their videos at all and unsubscribe. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that last part.
The Krusty Krab is declaring bankruptcy after owner Eugene H. Krabs loses a fortune attempting to make money off the Chase Bank infinite money glitch. Mr. Krabs' bank account dropped to drastic lows after cashing in on the latest fun TikTok trend of making fake checks, cashing them out, and committing blatant bank fraud. When asked why he would risk the fate of his company on such a scam, Mr. Krabs replied, quote, "I like money." It's being reported that fast food chain Wendy's is seeking to take over operations and buy out the Krusty Krab, with the Krabby Patty meal launching at locations nationwide in October. It should be noted that SpongeBob series creator Steven Hillenburg never wanted Krabby Patties to be made in real life, as evident in this interview with the New York Times. And unlike most quotes in my videos, what you are about to hear is an actual quote from 2004 when asked about the potential of bringing Krabby Patties to the real world. Yeah, well, my take on that is that we shouldn't do that. The fact that SpongeBob loves being part of the fast food chain and that being a manager is his ultimate dream, it's ironic. It's something that most people don't think is a great thing to try to achieve, and we didn't want to suddenly become the people serving up food that's not good for you, especially for kids. Mr. Krabs, Wendy's, Chase Bank, and Nickelodeon, however, see things differently, as evident by their joint statement, money, 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 money.
Big Chungus has lost 250 pounds in what he's calling the greatest social experiment ever created. The Wascally Wabbit, known for his mukbang content on YouTube, has spent the past 7 months uploading previously recorded videos to his channel while he pursued his weight loss journey. Chungus claims to have had the last laugh after seeing an outpour of negativity in his comment section the past 2 years, comparing people to the movie Ants for some reason. I don't know, he was talking like the Joker and I got scared and turned off the video. 2 hops ahead. I am always 2 hops ahead, Doc, Chungus said in an interview with thickjuicycarrots.net. Chungus's revelation video is currently trending #1 on YouTube right now, just above a similar video about some guy named Nikocado Avocado. I don't know who that is. Fans expressed their shock, awe, and arousal in the comment section of Chungus's newest video. Bro's now healthier than the people who called him Chungus, said @Flumbus on YouTube. Another comment reads, Gru's downfall and Big Chungus's redemption arc? What a year this has been. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the Big Chungus related information you've missed, this is Missed Information. A moviegoer experienced a real-life haunting at a screening of the new Beetlejuice movie. The moviegoer in question, who is asked to remain anonymous and is pictured here, was ordering a ticket to the new film Beetlejuice, but a strange occurrence happened when he mistakenly added one more instance of the titular character's name when ordering the ticket. Although security footage was mysteriously missing after the event, some audio did remain, and we at Missed Information have exclusive access to it. Be warned that what you are about to hear may be distressing, disturbing, and triggering to some viewers.
Welcome to AMC. What can I get you?
Say, can I get one ticket for Beetlejuice?
It's showtime.
The juice was henceforth effectively loose, and although the man survived the ghostly encounter, he unfortunately missed the first half of the Minecraft movie trailer. Nicole Kidman, president of AMC Theaters, expressed her concern for the safety of her theater's patrons. Heartbreak feels good in a place like this, but at what cost? A similar event occurred at an adjacent Regal Cinema. However, instead of summoning the ghost with the most, a woman instead summoned internet sensation Beetlejuice from The Howard Stern Show.
What are you doing?
Me? Just hanging around.
I'm Nostaljock, and for all the information you've missed this week, this is Missed Information. Oh no, not again. He calls himself President Springtrap. William Afton, formerly of Afton Robotics, has entered the 2024 presidential race as part of the Purple Party. Afton has ties to some of his fellow presidential hopefuls. Afton was responsible for former President Trump's campaign slogan, I always come back, and he's also been political rivals with Kamala Harris's running mate/husband Freddy Fazbear since 2014. Afton has publicly taken stances on spring lock control, animatronic rights, and immigration. His running mate The Mimic had this to say, You're the biggest FNAF nerd in the f***ing world if you know who I am. There's been no word of whether or not Afton will be joining Harrison Trump in tonight's presidential debate, but rumor has it that if elected, Afton's first order of business would be to bring back the series Young Sheldon and make sure that Sheldon never ever gets old. "We are not FNAF," Afton said in a recent interview with this guy. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the Springtrap related information you may have missed this week, this is Missed Information. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. During a Springfield town hall meeting Tuesday night, local billionaire Mr. Montgomery Burns brought up concerns of people from rival city Shelbyville coming to their town and eating residential pets. He said he first noticed the anomaly when he tried to release the hounds, and the hounds weren't there. When told by the city manager that there were no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, Burns replied, "Excellent." Burns has been very vocal about policies of Shelbyville citizens moving to Springfield without registering a change of address. He then proceeded to accuse Springfield Mayor Diamond Joe Quimby of being directly connected to the situation. He wants to do overbite operations on illegal Shelbyville trespassers that are in Springfield Penitentiary. In related news, the matter of Hibbert Care was also brought front and center, with Quimby fighting to keep it in effect. Burns, who is also running for mayor in the 2024 Springfield elections, has concepts of a plan for alternative affordable health care, but no further details on said concepts were shared. Local resident Homer J. Simpson's racing thoughts were telling of his concerns over potentially losing his family's health care. Dental plan, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan, Lisa needs braces. I'm Nostaljock, and Lightning McQueen is being charged with vehicular manslaughter. The Piston Cup winning car, who's clapped more cheeks in 1 week than you will in your entire life, is being held on $80,000 lugnut bail after the accidental death of Jerry Oldman, a senior citizen who was playing chess by himself in a local park. It was also reported that 1,000 bottles of lube and car oil were found in McQueen's trunk. McQueen posted a sorrowful tweet in response to the incident. "Life is a highway, but not anymore for that dude I killed. I am Kachawi." McQueen's best friend, one Toe Mater, also chimed in, saying, quote, "Remember when I was a spy in Cars 2? Prior to the incident, the brakes were put on McQueen's professional racing career after stepping aside to focus on his true passion, acting. He was set to play a major role alongside Vin Diesel in the film 11.5 Fast, 11.5 Furious, prior to his arrest. As far as what caused the fatal accident, McQueen claims that he spiraled out of control trying to avoid what he called a bunch of orange traffic cones crossing the street on their own. But a leaked street surveillance video offered another story. A John Pork movie is being made for Disney+. The film will be a dramatic retelling of the life of John Pork and the street warfare between himself and rival/one-time lover, Biggie Cheese. It's being reported that Chris Pratt is in talks to play John Pork, a decision most fans consider unexpected and totally original. The role of Biggie Cheese will be played by Freddy Fazbear, in a move that hopes to earn the animatronic Olympian/vice presidential hopeful his first Oscar. Other rumored actors joining the cast include Geek Bob as Freak Bob and newcomer Tweak Bob as Geek Bob. It's also rumored that TikTok sensation My New Character will also make an appearance in the film. No word yet on who will be playing DeQuavius Pork, but producer Kevin Feige has said that the film, reportedly titled Ham and Cheese, A John Pork Story, will be the first in the JPCU, with a sequel called John Pork on the way, as well as a spin-off film, Freak Pay Wars, starring Don Cheadle as the mouse from Mouse Pay. When asked about the status of production on Freak Pay Wars, Don Cheadle replied, "What's Freak Pay Wars? Talk Tuah is the greatest podcast ever made." The recent debut of the Talk Tuah podcast featuring Hawk Tuah girl Haley Welch has been so influential on mankind that it will now be the only podcast in existence, with online platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Subway Surfers erasing every other podcast ever made by the end of September. In addition to this, U.S. President Joe Biden recently signed an emergency bill, making it a federal crime for anyone in the United States to even attempt recording a podcast from here on out. It's being reported that every member of the UN will follow suit in their own respective countries, making the law a worldwide doctrine. It's also rumored that Thanksgiving this year will be canceled, with the holiday being renamed Spit on That Thanksgiving, in honor of Haley Welch, the Talk Tuah podcast, and her saliva's impact on humanity. Talk Tuah watch parties worldwide have been held, hailing the podcast as the greatest thing to come from mankind since cavemen discovered fire. When asked about her seemingly overnight success, Haley Welch had this to say. Did I do that right? Did I say that right?
I put like an emphasis on it, like tuh.
Rumored future guests on her podcast include Freddy Fazbear, my new character, and the ghost of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Costco announced that they will stop selling their signature pizza and hot dogs at locations nationwide in favor of only serving the chicken bake and the double chunk chocolate cookie. In related news, Costco also has agreed to sell all operational rights of Costco locations worldwide to TikTok creators AJ and Big Justice. When asked why he would do such a thing, Costco CEO Ron Vakris said this in an interview with the Costco Connection. I don't know. The whole decision to put AJ and Big Justice in charge of Costco's around the world just seemed like a boom. It's also being reported that Costco memberships will hike to an all-time high now that the executive membership comes with access to Rizzler's Cove, a new indoor water park experience being added to every single Costco location in the world. It should also be noted that the name of the cookie that Costco sells is actually the double chocolate chunk cookie. But please, for the love of God, don't tell AJ that. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the information you missed this week, this is Missed Information. They did surgery on a grape. It's being reported that they did surgery on a grape. The grape, pictured here, had surgery did upon it. When asked why they did surgery on a grape, the grape's physician said, quote, "They did surgery on a grape." Word of the grape surgery spread fast nationwide, with people posting about them doing surgery on a grape. When asked if they did surgery on a grape during an AMA on the They Did Surgery on a Grape subreddit, the grape themselves replied, "They did surgery on a grape." It's being reported that a film adaptation of How They Did Surgery on a Grape is currently in production. The film, rumored to be titled They Did Surgery on a Grape, starring Tom Hanks, will be released in 2025. When asked why he was trying to revive a dead meme from 2018, TikTok creator Nostaljock replied during this very same video that you are currently watching. They did surgery on a grape. I'm Nostaljock, and to hear about how they did surgery on a grape, as well as any other information you missed, this is Missed Information. Millennials are officially old as f***. Individuals born between the years of 1981 and 1996 have reportedly been feeling a little bit different. Many find themselves seldomly able to stay out and up past 10 p.m., while others have reportedly been finding themselves making audible, disgruntled noises when they stand up after sitting for a prolonged, but not too prolonged, period of time. Meanwhile, others have been finding themselves striking up unsolicited conversation about therapy and medications to friends during their bi-yearly hangouts. Jim Millennial, king of the millennials, spoke on behalf of Generation Y during a meeting of Disney adults held on Sunday night at California Adventure in front of the Michelada stand next to the Monsters Inc. ride. Hey, next time, we should make this like a daytime thing. I gotta get to the office early tomorrow morning. He then proceeded to go to the restroom 3 times before ending his speech with 20 minutes of SpongeBob quotes and references. In other news, contemporary R&B pop music icon Usher found himself surrounded by a horde of zombies during a recent concert in Inglewood, California. Oh wait, those are millennials. When asked why there's such a divide growing between millennials and the rest of humanity, Velociraptor pondered, if millennial humor is considered too self-deprecating, random, and quote-unquote cringe, then how is that any different than the humor of Gen Z and Alpha? Gen Alpha was prompt to comment, first.
My back cracked. Did you hear that?
Moo Deng is going on tour with Sabrina Carpenter. The baby hippo that's taken TikTok by storm is hitting the road with Carpenter on her short and sweet tour. When asked about the ethics behind taking a baby hippo away from her mother and familiar surroundings to put her on a bombastic, hectic tour, Carpenter replied, I sing espresso. The hippo's cuteness has truly changed the universe as we know it, with Moo Deng also in the running to take over as supreme leader of the galaxy. Former celebrity hippo Moto Moto had this to say when asked about Moo Deng's rise in popularity. This is a Madagascar 2 reference. Moo Deng and Carpenter will also be joined on stage by Stacey Pork, Kik Badowski, and, you guessed it, Nim Galoo. For all the Moo Deng related information you've missed, this is Missed Information. Freddy Fazbear has been hit by a truck full of dirty, stinky diapers. Information is still coming in on this breaking news story, but it's being said that Fazbear is in critical condition, not from the impact of the truck, but rather from eating one too many bags of Takis Fuego. Drake Pork, the man behind the wheel of the diaper truck, has been detained and is currently being held in Azkaban for 7 million Robux bail. Quandale Dingle, seen here with Drake Pork at one of Skibbity Toilet's infamous white porcelain parties, had this to say: "Ain't no party like a Skibbity party." Millions have already taken to the streets in support of Freddy Fazbear and his wife, U.S. presidential hopeful Kamala Harris, who has not yet made a statement because she's busy with a few other things. Fellow animatronic Bonnie Bennett had this to say about his best friend: "Freddy Fazbear is my brother in Christ, and I know that God will not forsake him. Also, my booty hole itches a little bit." We'll keep you updated on the status of Fazbear's condition in the coming days, so make sure you're following Nostaljock to keep up with this and any other information you may have missed. This is misinformation. A local mother gave her child literal poop for lunch because she thought it was a lunchly. Teachers at a local elementary school have called Child Protective Services on a woman who sent her child to school with a lunchbox full of shit. The mother claims that she honestly thought the poop in question was a Lunchly, the new brand of snack kits from internet personalities KSI, Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul. Many parenting groups have condemned the woman's actions, not because she gave her child literal shit for lunch, but rather because she was actually attempting to feed her kid a Lunchly in the first place. When asked how she could possibly mistake literal excrement for a box of Lunchly, the mother said, quote, "I couldn't tell the difference." In response to the criticism, Lunchly Glazers in the comment section of this video you're watching right now claim that Lunchly isn't even that bad. The Lunchly creative team, however, have responded to the doo-doo claims, saying, you know what? Y'all might be onto something, with rumors floating around that a Lunchly box full of actual crap could hit Walmart shelves as soon as late November. When asked if the Lunchly Feces collab is happening, Logan Paul responded, "I like my caca drippy, bruh." He then proceeded to eat a Lunchly with his boys while listening to KSI's new song and watching the latest episode of the Talk Tuah podcast. This just in, Mr. Beast has also referenced this trend on his official TikTok account, signaling the end of another funny, but not that funny, meme. Minecraft College Football has been a buzz this week with the biggest events in MCAA history. Old Moo took on Moo State on Sunday night, and the beef between rival teams sent players and fans into a frenzy. Moo State won by just a notch, just days after Pig State took home the bacon in their game against Old Moo. Fans stormed the field during the upset victory. Sheep State also spelled bad news for Old Moo last week, meaning that these cows might very well be on their way out to slaughter. This is a huge blow for Old Moo, as it's reported that they've gone over budget on their new $10.6 billion stadium. But fans and students are not giving up on their alma mater, with many claiming that they are Old Moo ride or dies. When asked if he believes his team can pull a Hail Mary and stay in the game after this Thursday's bout against Steve University, Old Moo quarterback Dak Prescott said, quote, "Moo." In other MCAA news, Villager Tech made a last-minute rush against Chicken State, leading them to an upset victory. VT will go up against Zombie U at Creeper Stadium on Sunday night. Terrifier 3 is the #1 movie in America this weekend, and theaters worldwide have been placing content warnings inside cinemas. The warnings, however, are not about the excessive gore and extreme violence depicted in graphically explicit detail throughout Art the Clown's latest big screen escapade, but rather about the new Joker movie because it's so fucking stupid. Reports have come in that audience members have walked out of screenings of Joker 2 feeling ill to their stomach and butts with diarrhea because the movie is just that shitty. The National Association of Theater Owners felt they owed their customers fair caution before allowing them to purchase a ticket, alerting them of the nonsensical bullshit they were about to watch, and allowing them a space for comfort and solace if triggered by the sheer nonsenseness that is Joker Filet of Doo-Doo. Lady Gaga's estranged cousin Gentleman Goo Goo. Guys, I don't know if I can do this. I actually kind of like the movie. Like, I'm a fan of musicals, and a couple years back when this was announced as one, like, I got excited. First Joker was pretty good to me, but it never felt like a sequel was necessary or even planned for to begin with, so being a studio-mandated sequel that didn't need to exist in the first place, at least they're trying something new and completely out of left field with it, you know? Like, I'm not gonna act like it's perfect. Only half the musical numbers seem necessary, and having a majority of the movie take place in a courtroom where people are just talking about what happened in the first movie, it left a lot to be desired, you know? But if you see the movie more as like a stream of consciousness style character study of a man battling his own demons and mental health disorder instead of a straightforward 3-act plot-driven storyline, then it actually kind of succeeds on many accounts. Plus, the performances are all around fantastic, and the musical numbers, like when they do work, are beautiful to look at. So, I mean, if you're looking for a conventional Joker film, you might be disappointed, but if you're in the mood for like a slower paced, unorthodox character study of a man battling his mental health condition and weighing out the consequences of his actions and struggling with becoming the type of fearful person he himself once feared, then you might have a solid time. But where was I again? Oh yeah. Joker 2 is a pile of stinky poopy pee-pee caca poo-poo chi-chi ass monkey crap. The Pig State tragedy is currently haunting fans and players of the MCAA. Days ago, the Pig State Stadium was boomed during a Minecraft college football game, leading to several casualties amongst players and game attendees. Footage of an unknown assailant placing TNT throughout the Pig State locker rooms has been released, leading many to ask the question, why? Rumors of rival team involvement has gone unfounded, but investigations are still underway. Among those lost during the horrific event include this pig, this other pig, and Joan Pork. Grand opening plans are already underway for a new $13 billion stadium for Pig State, with security taking extra precautions ahead of their next game against Creeper Tech. We here at Misinformation extend our love and condolences to all those affected by the Pig State tragedy. Please join us in a moment of silence. Simon the Chipmunk no longer has a dick or balls. The 65-year-old chipmunk's banana organ was taken by the ghost of an elderly woman, just moments after Chippette Jeanette was abducted by aliens during an unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UAP. The two have reportedly teamed up with chipmunk caretaker Miss Miller to track down Simon's genitals in hopes of returning his lower region to their once former glory. In related news, Simon Takakura Chipmunk has also inherited spiritual powers from the ghostly granny, transforming him into an unhinged, overly powerful, and extremely depressed Turbo version of himself. When asked about his current condition, Turbo Simon said, quote, "Only weebs and otakus will understand what this video is referencing, yo." It's uncertain if Simon's French alter ego Simone has been affected by the paranormal transformation, but his brother Theodore spoke out saying that Turbo Simon is mad chill, but that he hasn't seen his brother this depressed since Sludgefest. In the wake of these weird events, Simon has somehow found the time to drop a new track, and as many fans online have stated, it's pretty damn fire. Pig State was hit with a second attack on their new $13 billion stadium. We've obtained footage of the second booming, and we would like to advise you that what you are about to see is very disturbing. After their most recent victory against Ol' Moo, fans flocked to the field in celebration, but their joy was all too short-lived, as TNT crates went off, unaliving hundreds and leaving the new stadium in ruins. It should be noted that the coach of Ol' Moo is a prime suspect in the first booming that took place several days ago, leading him to be suspended for the next 2 games, meaning that he wasn't present at the latest game against Pig State, raising questions of who carried out this heinous act of terror. Many are suspicious of members from Creeper University, while others believe that Villager Tech or Skeleton State could be behind the second booming. Others are accusing Pig State of carrying out these attacks themselves as part of an insurance scheme. In any case, we hope to have more concrete answers in the coming days. Freddy Fazbear, who is currently recovering from a Takis-related near-death experience, sent his love to players and fans, calling for peace and unity in the MCAA, reminding them that together, we are macaw. And once again, we send love and light to the athletes, the families, and the fans affected by these horrific events. It's been several days since the Pig State tragedies, and the impact is very much still felt throughout the entire MCAA community. Blaze State, West Skeleton University, Ol' Moo, Pillager University, and Moo State all held moments of silence in honor of the fallen victims. U.S. President Joe Biden also signed a bill making November 2nd National Pig State Day, encouraging all fans of the MCAA, regardless of their favorite teams, to wear pink and go watch the new movie Hitpig, only in theaters. Hitpig is the story of a bounty hunter pig who finds himself trekking the globe with a free-spirited elephant he intended to capture. The film is rated PG. The love for Pig State was felt even further at their recent game against Ol' Moo, where they made history with their last-minute win. Hit block icons Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Stray performed during their halftime show, which was accompanied by a touching tribute to all those lost in the Pig State Stadium boomings. The team was also escorted to the field by the Lorax. News about the deaths of 2 Ol' Moo players, as well as updates on the Pig State tragedy investigations, are coming later today. So make sure you're following Nostaljock for all the Minecraft college football information you've missed. This is Missed Information, Sports Edition. More heartbreaks struck the MCAA after the deaths of 2 of their star athletes, Mulio Jones and Moo Jackson of Ol' Moo. Details have not yet been released, but anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Oxford Police Department. In other news, Minecraft PD raided the home of the suspected Pig State Stadium boomer. Crates of TNT were located throughout the compound, but the suspect was nowhere to be found. Many fans suspect the attacker could have been from Panda State, after a damning video of team members burning a Pig State flag several days prior to the tragedy found its way online. Switching gears to more MCAA updates, Chicken State's Malcolm Egler hatched a last-minute yoke on Panda University. The team's new stadium in Feathersville was also sold out, with fans creeping in to witness their cockfight against Villager Tech. To honor all of the brave athletes risking their lives in the MCAA, we ask you to please stand and bow in respect while we play the Minecraft National Anthem.
Mining away, I don't know what to mine.
Tonka Jahari is being accused of actually ordering a whole pizza just for himself. Despite the claims that he would never do such a thing, an anonymous source has released a copy of a receipt for Sal's Pizzeria in New York that was signed by one Tonka Jahari. Tonka has not released a statement, but was seen throwing around pizza boxes and eating slices off of the ground at a Jaden Smith concert. A social media user by the name of Larry posted this photo of Tonka across multiple platforms, claiming that it's a form of punishment for Jahari, whom he referred to as tonight's big loser. Sources close to Tonka say that he does have 3 lifelong friends who may have more information about Jahari's Italian eatery spending habits. While 2 of the self-proclaimed jokers declined to comment as they were busy performing acts of graphic stupidity and embarrassing each other, one of them is calling for his good friend Jahari to be left alone, and that the idea of Tonka ordering a whole pizza for himself is completely impractical. For all the Tonka Jahari information you've missed, this is Missed Information. Dumma pumpkins are fighting for their civil rights. A TikTok trend of carving pumpkins, calling them dumb, and in some cases causing physical injury and death, has pumpkin activists speaking out about the injustice it's causing the gourd community. Pumpkin King Jack Skellington made an impassioned speech at the UN, asking for change, saying that not only do the pumpkins not appreciate being called dumb, but they are especially not fond of being fucking murdered. In the wake of the controversy, alternative rock band The Smashing Pumpkins are reportedly considering renaming themselves the Smoshing Pumpkins in order to remove any insinuation of support toward pumpkin-related hate crimes and rather honoring their favorite YouTube channel. Radical vegetable rights activist Larry the Cucumber went one step beyond, hosting a protest at a San Fernando Valley pumpkin patch. Over 3,000 members of the produce community, as well as allies and vendors from local farmers markets, showed up to fight the good fight. Spookly the Square Pumpkin and David S. Pumpkins both made guest appearances, encouraging people to go big or gourd home, and further instilling the idea that the bigger the pumpkin, the harder the fall. For all the autumnal gourd-related information you've missed, this is Missed Information. Despacito 2 is currently in production. It's been 6 years since Spanish pop music icon Luis Fonsi blessed the world with the blessed gift that is Despacito, and a long-awaited sequel is finally on the horizon. The song, tentatively titled Despacito 2, will explore the deeper meaning behind the Despacito lore. Its darker theme and longer runtime promise an experience akin to sequels like The Empire Strikes Back and Minions: The Rise of Gru, revisiting what made the first Despacito so beloved to billions worldwide, while also expanding the Despacito universe to tell new stories and explore more existential themes, like what it truly means to be Despacito. Note that this new entry in the Despacito franchise should not be confused with 2023's Japanese language reimagining Despacito -1. When asked why it took so long to finally begin work on Despacito 2, Luis Fonsi said, quote, Despacito. Quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído. Para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito. It's rumored that Tobey Maguire will make a cameo appearance in a rumored follow-up sequel called Despacito Secret Wars, but when asked about his involvement, Maguire said, quote, What are you doing in my house? A tie-in streaming series titled Despacito Messiah will also be released on Max in 2027, provided that it isn't shelved for tax write-off purposes. Mango, 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 mango. Millions worldwide are entering their winter arc, but not before mango, 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 mango. The Mango Funk song, trending across TikTok for months now, has been cited as a major source of many feeling a sense of Balkan rage. Some individuals, described as having a low taper fade, have taken things a step further, consuming still water, leading them to experience a surge of both adrenaline and noradrenaline, causing them to have fits of jonkler laughter while watching the Talk Tuah podcast. Those with W Riz, on the other hand, are telling another story, claiming that they like their cheese drippy bruh while being in the thick of it. When asked about Mango Mango, people who know said, quote, dead emoji. In related news, mango, 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 mango.
This just in, TikTok reporter Nostaljock has suffered a severe case of brain rot. While attempting to report on the topic of mangoes and the lore behind them, Nostaljock's sentences began to make less and less sense, causing his brain to literally rot. He is currently recovering in Skibidi State Hospital and is expected to make a full recovery in the coming days. We wish him well and look forward to his return. In other news, mango, 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 mango.
Lunchly is rumored to be discontinued. Videos and photos circulated across social media platforms showing consumers opening the pizza version of Lunchly only to find something truly off-putting, disgusting, and ultimately dangerous in the cheese. YouTube creator Rosanna Pansino uploaded this video showing that after opening a box of Lunchly, she was repulsed to find a substantial amount of DVD copies of the movie Madam Web.
This is not safe.
As a reminder to our audience, Madam Web was a Spider-Man spin-off film released by Sony earlier this year that opened to dismal box office returns and even lower critical and audience reviews. The team behind Lunchly have disputed these claims, with Logan Paul saying that the quote-unquote haters are not going to keep them down. Multiple reports of people finding copies of Madam Web in their Lunchly packs increased after his statements were made, with some even finding ticket stubs for Harold and the Purple Crayon and MP3 links for KSI's Thick of It caked onto the cheese within the snack kits as well. In seemingly related news, shares of Armor Lunchmaker stock skyrocketed since the Lunchly claims began to arise, and there are no signs of them slowing down. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the information you've missed, this is Missed Information. Chappell Roan released a new song this weekend during a performance on Saturday Night Live. The American singer-songwriter was upstaged, however, by another artist who also dropped a new track on the SNL stage the same evening. That artist was Nim Galoo. Galoo took to the iconic 30 Rock stage to perform his newest songs, and reviews have been raving, calling his performance pretty good. As we reported back in August, Roan once handed the reins to Galoo during a few stops of her recent world tour. But now that she's ready to release new music, the Midwest princess does not seem to be happy sharing the spotlight with the subterranean glowworm. Another story we reported on earlier this year involved Nim Galoo sharing the stage with Olivia Rodrigo during her Butts tour. At least I think that's what it was called. I don't know. I couldn't get tickets. Shortly thereafter, rumors began to fly that Galoo was also in talks to become the newest member of the pop music group Cat's Eye, but that contract negotiations are still being made. Many have opposed Galoo quote-unquote stealing the spotlight from talented women in the music industry, with many protesting with the hashtag That's Boo Boo Galulu campaign that gained traction within the past few months. Fans of Galoo, however, have rallied around the glowworm, celebrating all of his accomplishments, not only as a pioneer in the arts, but as a guardian of the galaxy. How the Grinch had knee surgery. That feeling when knee surgery is tomorrow, But tomorrow is here, and we are filled with great sorrow. For the Grinch had his surgery, this much is true, but the results of the procedure leave much to chew. Dr. Mike Kushovsky, the Grinch's physician, had this to say about the mean one's condition. When it comes to his surgery, we have just hit a wall, because the Grinch's knee is 2 sizes too small. As of now, the Grinch lies in a hospital kneeless, complaining of how the surgeons were heedless. He feels that the doctors were quick to surmise before checking an x-ray to confirm his knee's size. Man, f*** them doctors, the Grinch said with a sneer. But how will this affect Christmas? The Grinch has no idea. While the Grinch awaits his knee surgery's completion, he uses a bedpan for his thrice daily excretion. That part was unnecessary and totally wrong, but I need this video to be at least 1 minute long. In related news that have begun to take shape, it's being reported that they did surgery on a grape. Hitpig is the highest grossing film ever made. This weekend saw the release of the animated film Hitpig in over 2,000 theaters nationwide, and nearly every single showing was completely sold out. It's estimated that the film earned over $1 Hitpigillion, marking a new record in the world of absolute cinema. Hitpig is the story of a bounty hunter pig who finds himself trekking the globe with a free-spirited elephant he intended to capture. The movie is rated PG. When asked about the success of the film, Hitpig co-star The Leaping Lord said, quote, "I like-a da pee-pee, I like-a da poopas." Not since the release of Harold and the Purple Crayon back in August have moviegoers been so excited about experiencing a life-changing motion picture together in a theater. Purple Crayon star Zachary Levi had this to say about Hitpig coloring over Harold at the box office. "Remember the TV show Chuck? I was in that too." The John Pork-Ah movie Hitpig is playing in theaters now, and it should be noted with the MCAA season winding down, Pig State fans have crowded cinemas at nearly every showing, so order your tickets now before it's too late. Note this is not a paid endorsement for Hitpig. Ben Quadraneros has been voted as the #1 most beloved character in the history of Star Wars. Ben Quadraneros edged Jinky Minus, Gaper Bingzoid, and Glup Shido to take the #1 spot in a recent poll. It's currently rumored that a new Star Wars film trilogy is in early stages of development. Studio insiders have informed us that the movies are currently being called the Quadraneros Saga. They're set to tell more stories of the iconic Episode 1 pod racer and his life both before and after the infamous engine failure incident. In related news, the forthcoming feature film The Mandalorian and Grogu has also been announced to be retitled The Mandalorian, Grogu, and Jinky Minus. When asked how they could legally make this film, considering that Jinky Minus is not a real Star Wars character, and rather the bugle monster from the hit Cartoon Network series Courage the Cowardly Dog, executives at Disney said, quote, "Fuck it, we'll just buy that too." In related news, Bondo Reams is rumored to be a guest on an upcoming Kai Cenat stream. I'm Nostaljock, and for all the information you've missed, this is Missed Information. Look for the Gummy Bear album in stores on November 13th, with lots of music, videos, and extras. The long-awaited Gummy Bear album was released today, November 13th, and since midnight, stores worldwide have been flooded with people trying to get their hands on this bear's gummy goodness. Billions around the globe waited in lines for hours for several weeks to secure their copy of the Gummy Bear album, in stores on November 13th, with lots of music, videos, and extras. Many had their dreams come true while others left empty-handed and emotionally demolished. When asked about the impact his album has had on the world at large, the Gummy Bear said, quote,
"Look for the Gummy Bear album in stores on November 13th, with lots of music, videos, and extras."
The Gummy Bear album is already poised to take home multiple Grammys in 2025, including the Grammy for Best Album Ever Made in the history of ever. Best known for his hit single I'm a Gummy Bear, the pop sensation is also responsible for the musical careers of artists Sabrina Carpenter, Ed Sheeran, and Gambo John Kai. If you're watching this video on November 13th, please feel free to repost and spread the word. If you're watching any day after November 13th, boy, Homer Uchiha Sharingan is so frickin' tough. After using his powers to destroy his own clan, Homer Uchiha is being hailed as the coldest MF in all of Ohio, and leaving many to ask the question, are we dead ass? In a recent poll, his toughness approval rating skyrocketed, eclipsing other tough boys including Peter Griffin Goku, Sukuna SpongeBob, and Gear 5 Polar Express conductor. Pictures of Homer Sharingan have been flooding social media over the past few days, and the pics go so hard that many are feeling free to screenshot. When asked if he felt that Homer Sharingan was too OP, Naruto Uzumaki said, quote,
"Oh, I like that name."
Despite this statement, Homer Uchiha Sharingan is considered by many to be peak. In related news, he was spotted out at the movies recently with Goth Mikasa, and many fans have been quick to ship them, causing rumors of a budding romance to spread like cream cheese on a bagel throughout the entire weeb community. In other news, please subscribe for more missed information. I'm Nostaljock. Good night, and keep it skibbity riz, Ohio.